All right. Can everybody hear me? How's everybody doing today? So Wisconsin, last but not least, right? So my name is Alexis Anderson Reed, and I am the Senior Director of Programs at State Voices and the outgoing Director of Wisconsin Voices. So in 2014, Wisconsin Voices brought a group of 10 plus organizations together that are led by young folks or organizations that support youth organizing in our state. We brought these groups together to develop a plan in order to win on our issues, give young people meaningful voice in our state, and to build real youth power. So I'm joined by Jennifer Epps Addison from Wisconsin Jobs Now, Sean Orr from Youth Empowered in the Struggle, a program at Voces de la Frontera, as well as Neka Akubeze from United Council of UW Students. And we also have a crew of young folks from Wisconsin in the audience. And so we're here today representing the broader youth table in Wisconsin.
So many of y'all might know that our governor announced today his bid to become president. Yeah, C3, right? But tell me how you really feel. So while the national spotlight is shining brightly on Wisconsin, young people are actually taking the lead to bring the youth crisis to the forefront of the debate. Wisconsin is literally the worst place in America for black folks. It was voted on, we were number one. That sucks, right? But that is not the story of our state. The truth is that there is a powerful, intentional, and intersectional youth table that's winning real victories, even in the face of a Koch-funded, well-resourced, and organized opposition. So here's the deal. We are not limiting ourselves to what other people tell us is possible. Because we know that if black lives are really gonna matter in this country, that we have to win justice in education, in our economy, and in our neighborhoods. So young folks in Wisconsin, we know that full liberation requires that we take ownership over our democracy. Through organizing and growing our base of young people on campuses, at poverty wage workplaces, and in our neighborhoods, Wisconsin was one of 2 places in the nation in 2014 where black voter turnout actually increased. We were able to beat back, yeah, that's right. We'll claim that. We were able to beat back attacks on same-day registration, and we were able to win real local policies like the Milwaukee Living Wage Law and an end to the collaboration of ICE that stopped the new Jim Crow in our state.
So I want to give you all a real example of what we're talking about. On April 30th, 2014, a black man named Dontre Hamilton was shot 14 times and killed in broad daylight by a white police officer in downtown Milwaukee. 4 months later, the police department had not even released the name of the officer that killed him. And so, hundreds of black and Latino youth marched on, occupied, and shut down the district courthouse, demanding his name. And now, Officer Christopher Manny has been named, has been fired, and is no longer a Milwaukee police officer.
So the actions in Milwaukee around Dontre's murder really sort of give an example to the first time that campus organizers actually partnered with community and labor in a purposeful, meaningful, strategic way, right? To take on what is traditionally not seen as a campus-specific issue, right? And so that's really important that's happening in Wisconsin. And then 10 months later, another white police officer murdered Tony Robinson, a black 19-year-old, a mile and a half or so away from UW-Madison's campus where I'm based. And a week later, 5 high schools mobilized a massive walkout to occupy the state capitol. And they were joined by 3 UW campuses and many community youth, and they stormed the Capitol Rotunda, and they declared that black lives really do matter. And so, while we're still struggling for justice for Tony, right now to this day, we know that it's gonna come because there's a live and vibrant youth movement in the state of Wisconsin, and they're gonna do it. We're gonna win it. And so we know that black liberation is a student and youth issue, and that if it's not at the forefront, we can't attain freedom.
So as we move from this Wisconsin youth table model to be a part of our brothers and sisters family from across the country that we heard from today to this powerful youth power alliance, what makes us successful? So we believe in having strong infrastructure and collective impact. And really what that means is we know that we cannot win alone. Our organizations cannot win alone. We have to work on a shared vision across issues in order to win real power and have real wins in our communities. This work is not happening spontaneously. This is an intentional. We are creating intentional space and shifting culture in our state. This was exemplified last year, right before the election. We brought together 200 young folks, high school students and college students from across Wisconsin in order to lay out a youth issue agenda and demand that elected officials respond to us. We also believe that this is a movement where everyone is a leader. This is a leader-full movement, right? So this is a new model that we're seeing all across the country. We organize, as Jennifer said, both in campuses and high schools, as well as with young folks in labor and in neighborhoods. We also believe in an integrated civic engagement model. So what that means is connecting social movements to voting to strengthening democracy. And we are all part of amazing national networks, from State Voices to Center for Popular Democracy to CCC to USSA, just to name a few. This is a model that can be replicated across the country because we know, right, that we're basically working from our national organizations on the ground, leaving our individual interests in the background because this is bigger than each one of us. And this is so important in order to make sure that this is bigger than a moment, that this is a movement. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to ask all the young folks that were part of the Youth Power Alliance gathering and all the speakers to join us on stage, and then we're gonna ask everyone else to stand up in your seats.
The family. I don't think we're gonna need this.
All right, create space. We can fill in the top. Everybody come up. Come up. All right, we got everybody? All right, I know y'all feel the love that was created over this weekend. So in the spirit of working with one another and in the spirit of winning, we're gonna do I Believe That We Can Win.
Wow. What? Is this mic on? Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. No, everybody stay up here, stay up here, stay up here. Okay. Wow. So, I was not prepared for what happened today. Wow. Wow. Everybody hug somebody. Okay. Go ahead. Stand up. Everybody hug somebody near you. Whew. Have you ever seen anything like this before in this room? We are building something unprecedented together. Everybody, show your love. Make everybody a standing ovation, please. Standing ovation. Okay. Okay. And we know it's going to take all of us, whether you're a young person, a funder, from a national organization, from a local organization. This wasn't a funders briefing. This is an organizing meeting for all of us to get together and build this together, because it's going to take all of us. We went way over time, so we're going to skip the Q&A. The Q&A is going to happen one-on-one with the people that you want to talk to. And we're just going to end on a high note like this. And to the funders of the room, I know this isn't in any of your program areas, right? This doesn't fit in anyone's program area, because this is about connecting all the work together. So foundations, it's not about like, can you give a grant to this? It's about, can you make up a new program area for the most exciting thing happening in the country? So all of us in our own ways are already part of this, have contributed so much to this, and we're all together, and we're all gonna put our hands together in the middle of the room as best as we can with these chairs and with the institutions that we have. So everybody reach up. We're gonna reach as close as we can. Everybody, make sure you're touching at least 3 people appropriately. So everybody get in. Everybody get in. Everybody look around, because we're a team. Woo! Look around, look in the eyes of your team members who you don't know yet. And we're just gonna do a little chant, okay? Because we love to do chants at the Ford Foundation. And we're gonna get low. We're gonna do student power. Start out quiet. We get to the top, go team. And then the magic that happens from here will be unleashed. Okay? Everybody get low. Shh. Quiet. Shh. Student power. 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 Go team! Go hug at least 3 people.